Morning, everybody.
Morning. Oh gosh, look as I've been dragged through edge backwards. It's that fussed up.
Must have been a very pretty edge.
Oh dear. I have brushed it this morning, folks. You won't believe it.
Another nice morning, though.
Yeah, it is.
Had a barge parked outside here last night.
Yeah.
He were gone when we got up.
Yeah. Yeah, on the other side. Going towards Leeds. I think.
The poor person would have had to, I don't know whether it was a man or a woman or what, but they would have had to negotiate that
bridge.
wretched bridge, won't they?
Yeah.
A lot of you commented on it, that bridge.
Did you?
No, they.
Oh, yeah.
They did, saying that what a complicated thing it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope they don't put any more like that in. Or else it'll be putting barge people off.
Oh, I was saying, if I were coming this way down Canal, I think I'd be coming as far as Rodley and turning round. I don't think you can turn round, can you?
No, not while still basing, I don't think.
Wow. Never thought of that.
No.
Oh, my neck.
That does widen out a bit, doesn't it, down there? But you've still got to go past bridge to do it.
Yeah. Oh, well, and there's a load of locks past the bridge. You have to be in a hurry, have you?
No. I am.
Well, Jeff and Susie, thank you very much for your hospitality yesterday.
Yeah, we had a lovely day, didn't we?
We all enjoyed it. Didn't think we'd be there as long as we did.
No.
Yeah, we got chatting away.
But we didn't tire you out.
I think we tired Jeff out.
Poor Jeff. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a nice afternoon.
Yeah, probably a bit too long for him to concentrate on listening, because he's got hearing aid in, hasn't he? And
I did batter his ear holes.
Did you? Yeah.
Why did I think I had that much to say?
Alright.
Well,
What's what?
Oh, well, I just saw your eyes wandering towards me again, and I thought, hell.
No? Nothing, dear?
Yeah, we're a bit unsure about going anywhere, because we've got today is Thursday. On Sunday I've got to go to this doctor about my injury claim. It'll be blooming Christmas before that lot gets sorted, where it's going. And then on next Thursday,
to go with Alethea.
Yeah, we've got to take Alethea.
Yeah.
Now
in between time we've got to see Mick again.
We are?
Oh, I should think so.
Because I was thinking of booking somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we'll book somewhere and then we'll see what happens.
Oh no, I'm not hanging around Leeds all the time.
No.
No, I'm a heck. No.
No, I know. Yeah, we'll fit something in.
Probably
I'm killing it.
on Monday. There's a deal at an hotel on Monday.
Oh, is there?
But it says bed and breakfast and an optional dinner credit. Optional dinner credit. What does that mean? Optional dinner credit. Does that mean it don't include dinner?
It don't include dinner, but you can get it. I think.
Why say credit?
Know.
Why say credit?
Does it mean you get a little bit off?
I don't know. See, these things, they complicate me. You've only got to say something like that and I'm...
Well, even I wouldn't know. Optional dinner
I don't
credit.
know what that means. How can I book it if I don't know what I'm getting?
Optional dinner
credit. Optional dinner credit. No, I don't know what that means and I don't seem to be...
Well, optional means you don't have to have it, or you can. It's optional, isn't it?
What do you mean?
So what does credit mean?
That don't make sense. You mean it's there if you want it, but you don't have to have it if you don't want it?
Yeah, I think
Well,
so.
people not want it.
Well, people might want to go out somewhere and eat for evening meal.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, you think that's what it means, that it's there if we want it?
Yeah, you just tell them you want the evening meal when you arrive, I suppose.
Oh, okay. All right.
What the credit is, I don't know.
Well, it's 135.
Right.
Which is about what I'd expect. Copied to clipboard.
Sorry?
So it just come up on screen. Copied to clipboard.
All right.
I ain't copied notes at clipboard.
Is it listening to us? Yeah.
So yeah. Well, I think I'll maybe take a chance and book it and see what happens.
When's that for?
Monday.
Monday. Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to docks on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we're not required until Thursday.
Right.
So we can go off, and it's the cheap day is Monday.
Right.
It's only cheap on that day.
Okay.
Right. So I think we'll do that.
Yeah.
On Monday. Yeah. Right. Yeah. What did you just say, Pat?
When we were talking about the hotel, weren't we?
It's a right farce, isn't it?
Excuse me. You were asking me about what this credit thing meant, and I was saying I didn't know.
Right.
And then you were saying, well, I think I'll book it for Monday.
No, we're talking about it's Tracy's birthday
on Saturday.
So we're umming and ahhing about
what to get her.
Yeah.
No idea.
Out a clue.
No. Haven't a clue. We never have. I did try and ask her last night, but I got no answer.
No answer. She won't, will she?
No.
No. She thinks if she don't tell us, we won't do it. Anyway.
Keep going.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be saying things that I've already said before. I think it's a bit difficult, isn't it? I don't like boring people, repeating things that I've said before. Going back. I suppose I'm thinking about when we were deciding to do van life, that why did we feel we needed to have a base?
Why?
Because of tablets, because of your medical.
Yeah, we needed to get
issues.
Tablets from somewhere, didn't we? So we needed to have an address.
An address.
And we felt that possibly being out in the camper all the time would not be good for us.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, cause
Wonder why. Why did we think that? Because I mean, there'll be people out there who at the back end of the, back end of your life.
It's a nice thing to say, isn't it? Yeah. Keep going.
No.
Dig a hole.
Well,
Getting on in years.
Right,
I'm
all right.
thinking of doing something different.
Can't sweeten it, can I?
No.
Yeah, well, should I say, when you're younger, you can run through minefields without stepping on a mine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Do you get the analogy? That all the problems associated, which maybe you can't imagine if you haven't had any experience of it. But believe me, there's plenty of problems associated with van life, plenty of problems to have to sort out. And maybe when you're younger, you don't see them. And maybe they don't even occur. You miss them. Headlong through life and miss them. But when you get older, every step could be the potential to stand on a mine. Yeah. So you're walking on eggshells. These are analogies, aren't they?
Yeah.
The difference between when you're older and when you're younger. So I suppose, I mean, you know me, I'm a right pessimist. I see pitfalls.
I mean, when we lived in Waddingham, it were a big house, an old house, and it hadn't. I mean, the kitchen area, we did ourselves.
We made the kitchen.
It wasn't originally. It was just a little gangway where they kept beer barrels. With a sink in. And it wasn't much bigger than that after we'd finished.
It was only, even when we extended it.
Yeah.
We built, because all it was a narrow galley.
Yeah.
And we built, a small extension.
There were a conservatory there, and instead of, we knocked the conservatory down.
It was rotten.
And had it rebuilt.
Made out of bricks.
With big windows.
With a new window frame, but that's it.
It didn't really, it just gave you a bit more room in there.
Well, you couldn't have used that space when it was just a conservatory. Anyway, I'm going to get drift on your point.
Well, yeah. The thing was that it were a big old house, and as we were getting older, we knew we wouldn't be able to keep the repairs up on it.
Yeah. Because
we were struggling even when we were both working to keep up with it. And so we moved into the park home, which then we discovered that the park home would need repainting every year or every 2 years.
Every 18 months, I think.
And we'd built decking all round, which also needed repainting.
Yeah.
So it had a biggish garden. So we moved into one thing thinking that it would be less work, but actually it was as much work, really.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, when we move from here, we'll move into a static. So when we found this static, it was brand new, and we had this brand new decking that PVC
decking.
And we thought, that won't need cleaning and what have you as much.
Yeah.
We were wrong.
We were wrong with that.
Yeah. The decking needed doing at least once a week.
It did.
Didn't it?
It used to get sticky. And cobwebby.
Yeah. And with no water.
Dull looking.
No, other people had like taps outside.
They did.
We didn't.
And they had pressure washers, and they used to pressure wash. But the trouble with that is...
Then it's all wet.
Yeah, and then it'd splash muck up onto the side of the van.
Yeah.
And then the van itself, the people nearby used to feed birds, and of course all it ever attracted were rooks.
Yeah.
And they used to crap all over the van. So we're always constantly cleaning.
Sort of like next door and door below, they were all feeding these birds.
Yeah.
So they were sitting in a tree behind us and
sitting
crapping.
on TV aerial.
Yeah.
You could lay it embedded, it is boing, boing, as birds took off from TV aerial, and then telly would go, you'd lose your signal because they'd turn aerial around.
Yeah. But also, you never know where your neighbours are going to be, do you?
No.
Really.
Right.
And we ended up with a
bad neighbour.
A bad neighbour.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I mean, oh dear, how can I say? He probably was a nice man in his younger years, but he'd become an alcoholic. And you never knew what he was going to do.
No,
I mean, he'd attempted to get into our caravan twice.
Yeah, he did.
And into our static. So in the end, we actually, the gate that was on at one end, we actually,
we had to lock it, put a lock on it. Especially when we went away.
Oh, went to bed.
Because he just firmly believed he was going into his own caravan when he was coming into ours.
Yeah. We were sat watching telly one day, and it was about 4:30, and he just walked straight in, didn't he?
Walked straight in.
I can't remember his name now.
I can't.
But we asked him what he...
Alki Summer.
No,
we used to call him Alki.
We didn't.
They did. On part, they called him Alki... Whatever.
Yeah. And it sort of made my health deteriorate somewhat. Because I never knew where he was going to be, what he was going to do. Well, that's when you started
with your heart problems from there. Yeah. So
I was in and out of hospital during that period.
Yeah. So suppose you get the picture. You know that everything that you do, although you think you're going to need less maintenance, you do need to do as much maintenance. And I know you, Steve and Lorna, you'll back up what I'm saying. Because they're just ongoing, aren't they? Niggly things that you've got to keep fixing.
Yeah. I mean, you're all right if you've got plenty of money and you can get people in to do these things for you.
And you're all right if you're younger and you've got that much more energy, mental energy as well as physical energy to cope with it.
We always said to our son-in-law, David, you need to get that house done before you get into your 50s. Because once you get into your 50s, the energy level dissipates, doesn't it? And the enthusiasm to get on with it.
Yeah, well, we're talking about, Davey was gutting things. He wasn't just doing improvements, he was actually doing heavy gutting work. He just gutted this place. There were years of work that he did on this place that you'll never see.
Oh yeah, it's all behind walls.
Yeah.
Different things and under floors and...
Yeah. So, just, when you're going into van life, that it's a consideration. And I suppose when the accident happened, I don't know why I call it an accident. I don't like calling it. It's a smash, because to me it wasn't an accident. It were almost as though it was deliberate. After the smash, all the pieces of the puzzle are in there, are in the crucible, and when you're trying to make a decision about what to do, and part of that decision is the ongoing. You know that there's the ongoing challenge of coping with things going wrong, and if you've got a vehicle, I mean, we spent time and money on that van to get it right, because that's why we called it what we called it, because it was when we bought it, but we got it right.
Yeah.
And to have to think then, after smash, that we've got to buy another vehicle that's a total unknown quantity to us, and have the potential of having to start again at our age, in me in my late 70s.
Yeah.
You know, it does bear consideration. So age does come into it. I don't know whether there's any agreement from you out there about that. Whether you think we're just being too soft.
Yeah.
That you should just get on with it, you know.
Yeah. Well, we just couldn't bring ourselves to buy another one, could we? I mean, we didn't feel any real joy when we were looking at them. To think, oh, this could be ours. We could be out in it, doing what we used to do.
Which you should do, shouldn't you? I mean, let's face it. When you go looking at a motorhome and we're thinking about buying one, there should be some kind of excitement about it all. But there wasn't.
No. And I mean, when we went over to Jeff's yesterday, I mean, it was so much easier with car, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We just parked in their spare car park, put a note in car that where we were.
Yeah.
And
and we would never have been able to park
stay
there with
there
the
that
camper.
long as well.
Just the space wasn't big enough.
No.
For the van. When we've ever visited, the last time we visited Jeff, I had to park the camper.
Oh, you dropped me off in Wetherby and you went and parked the camper out in the
old railway station on the edge of Wetherby, and I walked in to Wetherby and left Pat in Wetherby. And then when we'd seen Jeff, I left Pat at Jeff's and went and walked back to get the van, which were quite a hike.
Yeah.
I know. So it did make a heck of a difference.
I mean, you were thinking of parking down at car park, weren't you? Because there's a very big car park there.
Yeah, but it's down in the pit.
Yeah. Which can walk along river back to Jeff's.
You can.
It's not an hard walk.
You can actually. Yeah.
But I said, I'm sure there's no gates on that front bit. So we tested it, didn't we? And there weren't.
I thought there were. I thought
the gates were at
because it's where Jeff lives. It's gated, and I thought the car park will be on the gate. You had to have the PIN number to get in, but you didn't. You were on this side of the gate.
Yeah.
So it worked out all right. Yeah.
Beautiful place to live.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely flat. Yeah.
Yeah, overlooking the river.
Jeff and Susie used to live in a house on the plot, and there were a couple of other bungalows, weren't there? And this firm came along and bought them all out, and Jeff made the stipulation that he got this flat with a lift up, and it's on the end, isn't it? So it overlooks the river. It should overlook the river and gardens.
Yeah.
But you can't see river now for trees.
It's a lovely spot.
Lovely spot. Yeah, and a lovely flat. Beautiful flat.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Absolutely. So it was very nice there, wasn't it? And Susie keeps it immaculate. She does.
Yeah, I know, she does. Yeah.
Yeah. And they've got lots of grandchildren. Because they've got, is it 3 sons and a daughter? I think.
Well, you know me with kids.
I think they've got 3 sons and a daughter. And they've got lots of grandchildren. And they all come to visit, she said. The youngest ones are all running round.
Aye.
So, anyway. They're managing to keep their little spaces happy, aren't they? So I don't think they have to do out with outside stuff.
No.
That's all done by
developers,
I should think.
Yeah. So, just by way of some explanation about how the channel's changing.
Yeah.
And I know some, a lot of you people who watch us are involved in van life in one way or another. And maybe, because of the change, you'll no longer be interested in what we're doing. And we understand that. We've changed and all that. So, but we hope that you'll stay with us. But we understand if you don't.
Yeah.
And that's just a bit of an explanation as to how we see it from our perspective, from our age group. I mean, I don't know how many of you, I mean, going off for a week every now and again in your van, in your old age, in your dotage, is a bit different to what we were doing. We were really treating Tracy's as a Balto, coming back for tablets and staying a bit and then going off again. Yeah. And not really as a residence.
I mean, we were here for quite a while after Tracy had her operation. Hanging about.
Yeah, we did. And during COVID,
we had to hang about, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We were glad of it then.
Yeah, I don't know what we'd do.
Because I don't think you'd have been... Could you move about?
You had to...
From site to site?
You had to get on a site somewhere that would let you stay. I think they were relaxed, the rules the 28-day rule during COVID, didn't they?
I think so.
Because people couldn't move about. So you would have had to have got on a site somewhere and stayed there, like.
Yeah.
But it'd have had to have been somewhere near facilities, because we didn't have a car.
Yeah.
So where on earth that would have been, I don't know. Maybe Warm Lane. Somewhere like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that might have been a good one, because then you can...
Buses.
You can get buses, can't you? And we could have got here.
Yeah.
To get tablets.
Not
with bus.
Yeah.
Tracy.
Well, anyway, another waffling off session.
Yeah.
Once we get going, honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we understand that you guys, a lot of you guys enjoy these chats that we have. So, thank you for staying with us. Yeah. Okay, folks. So, all being well, we'll see you tomorrow. I don't have to be anywhere tomorrow, do we?
No.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.